Number 2 is Emily's Grace. Number 3 we have Alex Stone. And at back, Lucy Dowie. On goes the ball and the clock starts ticking. We have a half-goal start up on the board already to the team in the black shirts. It looks like it's Alex Stone who is away with this one and shooting down the ground. And look at this run from Alex Stone, exploding for the line out. The approach shot's good. Olivia Shea giving chase in towards the goal. Alex Stone is very confident, heading to goal, and that is a quick score. Ball goes back into play. Lucy Dowie looks to pick this one up, but she's pushed out of this one, and it's Alex Stone once again heading cross court with this ball over towards the picnic side of the ground. Still Alex Stone with this one. She's obviously confident on this pony. She heads towards the boards. Olivia Shea now cuts the corner to pin Alex into the sideboards there. Alex Stone uses a bit of power on the pony to push around the outside. Still Olivia Shea pushing hard, but it's Alex Stone heading in for goal number 2. Alex Stone carrying the ball well. It bounces up in the air. She controls that beautifully, opting for the tail backhand to finish. The ball left behind. Lucy Dowie's there. Strikes it well, almost a little too well as she sends it far across the goal mouth. Abby Anderson rather. Referring to her. Maiden name. Bianca Stefan picks this one up for Galindo QTs. Hooked out of it there, and the backhand comes from Olivia Shea, heading up to Abby Anderson. Nicely backed up there by Shaka Tomaskova, sends the ball back up to Abby onto the near side. She goes, Dominique Katika tries to get to this one. The backhand comes from Alex Stone with a bit of force there as it's sent towards the 60-yard line. Bianca Stefan gets a stick to this one, but now pushed hard by Olivia Shea, switches onto the near side. Powers the backhand, but it's ridden down. Shaka Tomaskova turns this one around the corner. She goes and into space, being chased hard by Lucy Dowie, but looks like Tomaskova's got the legs on this one as she heads up towards the halfway line, and they are flying down the field now. Beautiful connection over halfway, jumps the halfway line and gets hooked out of that one as Lucy Dowie, using the speed of that grey pony, to head back in defence. Backhand from Alex Stone once again. Bianca Stefan's there. Bianca with the ball, holding on to this. Pushed out of it by Olivia Shea. Lydia punches a solid backhand. Picked up on the near side by teammate Dominique Katika, who sends it up to Shaka Tomaskova, playing an attacking position. It's once again Tomaskova. Tricky shot to goal. Can she control this one? Pushed out of it by Lucy Dowie. Under the net goes Dominique Katika. Back to Olivia Shea. Controls it, sends the pass in, it's ridden down, now collected up by Lucy Dowie, trying to clear this one away, but still very much in the goal mouth. Players come together on the ball, fighting hard for this one. We can hear the sticks clashing together over here in the commentary box. Clearance now from Alex Stone. Abby Anderson marks her well. The pass has been sent all the way up to Lucy Dowie, who's pinned to the boards by Tomaskova. Alex Stone with a long shot forward now around the outside of everybody. She goes, this pony is quick and she's using that speed to her advantage. Needs to get back onto the near side. Clearance shot now by Abby Anderson. Abby, another nice one by her. She sends the ball around the corner. Dominique Katika tries to pick this one up on the near side, but Lucy Dowie there hassling hard, looking to turn this one back in towards the goal. Alex Stone's there, sends a shot forward, ricochets off in another direction, and here comes Lucy Dowie. The approach shot is long, it's rolling, it's rolling. Will she catch that one in play? Looks, she just gets a stick to that, holding the ball in play. This one, she has options spread out in front of her. Gaining a bit of distance, heads up to the 30. Alex Stone comes into mark. That's a nice shot forward. Abby Anderson pushes hard and pushes Bianca Stefan, the last line of defence, out of the way, gets a stick to this one. Lucy Dowie screeching to a halt there. Backhand intercepted well by Tomaskova. She's hooked out of it by Lucy Dowie, but that needs some space for Olivia Shea to come straight through the middle of the pack, sending the pass down the field. Bianca Stefan onto the near side she goes. Olivia Shea with this one, leaves it behind for Tomaskova. Now Abby Anderson. Abby past the 60. Onto the near side goes Lucy Dowie, picking this one up, heading out to the corner of the field, looking for a safe zone to try and control this ball and give some time to her forwards to manoeuvre into position in the front of the field. Emily Screese is waiting up for the pass, but she's being ridden out of this one and marked very hard indeed by Tomaskova. Still with the ball, it's Alex Stone for the Calindo QTs. There's the pass up to Lucy Dowie, who's loose, and this is looking good for Lucy. She heads down the field at some considerable speed. It's Lucy Dowie flying down the field, controlling the ball well. That's looking good. That's a nice shot, but it's just scraped wide of the goal. What a sensational. So in goes the ball to play once again. Minute and 22 seconds ticking down. First failure here will be the 30-second warning bell. Round the corner comes Alex Stone, who's having a very good chucker indeed on this pony. There will be an award at the end of the game for the best playing pony, so the judge for that is keeping a close eye on things. But here comes Abby Anderson, nice pick up by her, put down by Lucy Dowie. Overriding the ball is Olivia Shea and Emily Screese cancelling each other out on the right. Tomaskova comes through the middle now. The players backing each other up well. Still Tomaskova with the ball. Can she juggle this one? Past Bianca Stefan. Stefan gets the hook in. There's the shot to goal from Dominika Tika. Everybody having a go at this one. In comes Emily Screese. Saves that one underneath the pony's neck. Open-handed backhand from Olivia Shea as she turns quickly onto that one. But look at the interception there by Lucy Dowie straight through the middle of all the players. It's Lucy Dowie. Can she control it? Alex Stone back over halfway. The chase is on between her and Domitika. Alex Stone controlling the ball well once again, using that place acceleration as she slows it down and then races past, and round the corner she goes. Now Domi makes the right off count, hooked out of it. As Lucy Dowie goes to the ball, she's intercepted there by Olivia Shea. Players just trying to find a route for the ball through the pack there. Nice pick-up as the backhand comes from Bianca Stefan. It's intercepted on the near side by Domitika. Now she's got a good run at this one and accelerates the pony. She's playing Malagenia in this chucker and she loves this pony. Look at it open up over halfway. This is Domitika on the run down the field. Another nice connection. She needs to move left to control this ball. Onto the near side she goes. Still holding on to possession. Lucy Dowie's there. Looks for the next shot out to the corner. Trying to once again find that safe place. But the second bell rings and that will end chucker number one. This is exciting. A round of applause for that first chucker. Before the clock starts. Domitika onto this one. Call onto the ball by Olivia Shea. Around the corner she comes. Lucy Dowie on Rossito, and this chucker tries to sneak in there to pick this one up, but it looks like it's going to be Bianca Stefan who sends it further down the field. Stone trying to get in there, but pushed out of that one hard by Olivia Shea. Liv Shea with the ball onto the near side goes Alex Stone, tries to get the backhand in there. Olivia almost recovers well with the ball there, but Lucy Dowie sends the backhand out towards. Emily Screese comes into the middle of the mix there. Lots of team encouragement going on there. Abby Anderson sends the backhand through the middle of the pack. Alex Stone still there fighting for this one. Lucy Dowie in there as well. Around the corner she comes. Domitika looks to put the right off in. Lucy Dowie pushes this ball a little bit further down the field. Alex Stone now holding on to it. Liv Shea. She's running Illuminado. Chucker number 2 tries to pick up the ball. Alex Stone though able to get a stick to this one. Little appeal going to the umpires there, but no whistle, and backhand comes. Now Lucy Dowie picks up the ball and looks to open things up as Domitika chases hard in defence, but Lucy Dowie gets the shot over the halfway line. Another little jump there from the pony as fresh lines on the ground, obviously rather obvious to the horses in this game. Liv Shea leaves it behind for Shaka Tomaskova. Shaka coming around the outside. Liv tries to get back to this one on the near side. Here comes Abby Anderson, hooked out of that by Lucy Dowie. Domitika stretching forward, but Emily Screese is there hassling hard in defence. The ball pops out of that right off, and the backhand's good there from Lucy Dowie, wrapping that one round the tail and out towards the boards. Bianca Stefan pounces on a loose ball. Shea has to push hard. She's trying to make the hook and turn the ball there on this play. Pushes the pony forward and he lifts the stick up to crash into that hook there. Backhand from Liv Shea, read by Lucy Dowie. Emily Screese is there picking this one up. It's right in front of the Calindo QT's goal. They need to clear this one. It's Domitika putting the pressure on Lucy Dowie. She's back in defence, pushing her back into the corner of the field now. Lucy Downey. Doing well to hold on to that ball. Onto the near side goes Shark. Thomas Gover sends the pass all the way up to Olivia Shea. Liv Shea's there. This one rolling towards the post. Has it made it through? The flag waves. It's a goal for the Avenging Angels, pushing them back into the lead. In black shirts, Avenging Angels up towards the scoreboard now. Window QTs in the white and green, heading towards our house. Alex Stone through the middle of everybody there. Shark Thomas Gover makes the backhand, as does Abby Mowat. Abby Anderson sending that one a little bit further. Abby Anderson on this very pretty grey pony. Over the halfway she goes. She loves this pony. It's a new one in her string. Clears the man well out of that one, and there's the near side pick up by Shaka Thomas Gover, heading down towards a goal. Still with this one, looking to score. Under the neck it goes. It's rolling all the way. Abby Anderson's there to finish that one off, and it's another quick goal for the back in the middle. Ball's back in play. Stops at the front of the line out nicely. Emily Grace is there onto the near side. A quick pick up by her. Ball bouncing around, very difficulty there. Dowie's there. Looks to try and hook the backhand, but that is a sensational pass there by Olivia Shea, straight to Shaka Thomas Gover, who was waiting around the corner for this one. Alex Stone picks up the ball and heads out towards the boards, controlling the pony, looking to slow this one down and turn back in the other direction. Nicely controlled back. Olivia Shea onto the near side, he swings for a huge hook there. So we can see that this is nothing short of a competitive game. Lucy Downey. Big cross-court play. Over into space, around the outside of everybody. Really accelerates the pony now as Domitika gives chase back in defence. Leaves it behind for Alex Stone. They're being pushed out into the corner. Good defensive play, trying to prevent them getting any closer to the goal. Can Alex Stone get round the corner? Shaka Thomas goes onto the near side. Here comes Lucy Downey once again. Now it's Emily Scrace heading in towards the goal. Looking good for the Galindo QTs. It's still Emily Scrace. It's right in front of the post. It just sneaks past the goal line. Backhand from Lucy Downey, and that is a stylish finish for the Galindo QTs. 2 goals to 2.5. They claw another one. Round in goes the ball once again. 2 goals to 2.5. Olivia Shea. Very nice pick up from the back of the line out. Can she get this one past Lucy Downey? Lucy heads onto that one and plays the tail backhand very neatly indeed. Umpire's happy with that play. Backhand from Abby. Runs back away from this one and marking up. Alex Stone brings this one back into play now. The pony accelerates. Can Olivia Shea stay with her? Alex Stone is on a quick pony. She goes flying past everybody, and the under the neck shot has the angle, but she can't get back round onto this one. In comes Lucy Downey, sends a shot of her own towards the goal. Now Olivia Shea's there to punch the backhand for her players. It lands up just in front of Domitika, but she's had a pocket picked by Emily Scrace. It's still the Galindo QT. The shot to goal from Lucy Downey underneath the neck on the near side. That finishes off well. I know you're going to be reluctant because it's just started raining, but it is the point of the match. We'd like some training. We've got Hannah Furman here, the instigator of the Hand Ladies Trophy a few years ago. Seeing things. In goes the ball. Second half has started. Abby Anderson on this brand new pony of hers, just arrived about a week ago, and look at it going flying out of the middle of that line out. Olivia Shea. Under there goes Lucy Downey, clearing this one out to some space. Downey leaves the ball for Alex Stone. Stone pushes through the ride-off against Abby. Alex Stone now on the boards, leaves that one for Lucy Downey, pops in behind to help her out. Now it's back up to Alex Stone, and here she goes accelerating that pony. That pony is quick out of the gate. She goes flying past 2. Thomas Gover gives chase, going back down the field, makes the hook count. Here comes Lucy Downey loose and leaves the ball just inside the 60-yard mark. Under the neck goes Abby. Abby with the ball. Called off it by Liv Shea. Umpires called Bianca Stefan to clear away as she's just blocking the player with the ball there. Now Olivia needs to use that one, and that's a nice drive of the ball over the top. She's got players waiting up at the front. Abby Anderson connects with that one beautifully over halfway. Look at that pony accelerate as well. Abby, fantastic shot forward, straight down the middle of the ground, heading in towards the post. The shot to goal is looking absolutely perfect, middles it through the uprights. Here goes the ball once again. Domitika reaches around to try and grab this one, but it's going to be Alex Stone who quickly picks this up in the lineup, hooked out of it by Domi, who's back in defence. Players coming together on this one. Lucy Dowie, around the outside she goes, sees space and off she heads into it. Very nice shot down the field by Lucy Dowie. Tika cuts the corner, Olivia Shea looks to get in there for the hook. Ball comes to rest just about on the 40-yard mark. Alex Stone comes crashing into that one. Olivia turns around to inform the umpire of what should have happened there, but the ball is very much in front of the goal. Has it made it through? The flag waves and it is a goal for the Calindo QT. 4 minutes and 10 seconds ticking down on the clock before that first warning bell rings, and Olivia Shea, inspired from that last play, is off down the field. A nice shot heading over towards the goal. It's Lucy Dowie racing in on the end of this one, connects nicely with the next shot. Out towards the board she goes, ball coming to rest nicely inside the field of play. Alex Stone's there, shadowed by Liv Shea. Liv Shea gets into the right off there, but it looks like it's still Alex Stone heading around the outside of the pack. Tika's there, big hook from her and makes that play count. Bianca Stefan, she's riding Jewel in this chucker. She's called to clear though as Olivia has the play on the ball. There's the nice pass down the field, placed beautifully. It's going to be Tika onto the near side. She goes. It's rolling towards the back line. She needs to hold this one in play. It's just inside the back line, and it's going to be Abby who knocks that one towards the post, and the flag waves. That was a very tight angle. The whistle's gone, though. Anything could be posed. There really is no politics in it. It's one of the nicest things. Alex Stone emerges to the line out with that one. Olivia Shea recovers possession. There's a little backhand. Sharp Thomas goes onto the near side. She goes flick of the ball to pass that one nicely to Abby Anderson. Bianca Stefan's in there on Jewel. Backhand from her to Emily Scrace. Emily nudges the backhand a little bit further. Now turns up on this one. Here comes Abby Anderson around the corner and way into space unmarked as she heads over the halfway mark. Abby running up towards the 60. Nobody to contend with this one. The ball just kicked out to the side. Olivia Shea's there. That's a nice approach shot from Liv Shea. Way up inside the 30. Big backhand from Alex Stone, lofted over everybody's head. First to turn though, Olivia Shea connects pretty well there in the ride-off with Lucy Dowie. Controls the ball well. Alex Stone tries to find a loose ball, scrambles around the corner very nicely indeed, and this pony accelerates well past the pack. Shaka Tomaskova is racing back in defence. Can she reach the hook? She can indeed. Lucy Dowie's there. Ball spills out to the right-hand side. Abby controls this one. Nice turn as she heads inside of the next player making the challenge. Leaves that one behind. Bianca Stefan tries to get to the backhand, but it's Olivia Shea who punches that hard up to the front door. And it's Abby on the run once again. Another nice approach shot past the 60. Inside the 40. Bianca's there in defence. The shot to goal's looking good. It's out to the left-hand side. One more to correct it. That is a very nice finish indeed. As everybody is lined up neatly and correctly in front of him, in goes the ball. 20 seconds ticking down before that first warning bell rings. Lucy Dowie puts in a punishing ride-off on Olivia Shea. Olivia still with the ball, fighting so hard to hold on to this one. Lucy back into the ride-off. Liv has the ball behind. Tika pops that one forward. Now it's Olivia on the run. Loose ball picked up by Abby Anderson, who sends that one around the outside of the play. Lucy Dowie snatches that as nobody riding the line, and she's able to come across and pick this one up, but now it's Lucy inside the last 30 seconds, heading down the field. Tika gets in there, interrupts the play. Alex Stone with a shot forward. Domi reaching hard, trying to find the hook. Shaka Tomaskova does enough to put Alex Stone off the shot. Emily Scrace is in there on the grey pony. Graphite. Emily Scrace tapping, right in front of the post. Backhand from Liv Shea, intercepted by Alex Stone, picked up by Bianca Stefan. Ticking down, but there is the second bell. Ladies' trophy, anybody's game. Ball goes back into play. Lucy Dowie looking to pick that one up. It's line out ever so close to the goal. Ball rolls over the back line now. Nice strike of the ball that's rolling along the ground. Who's going to pick this one up? Looks like it's going to be Olivia Shea who strikes at that one, but bouncing ball evades the stick, and it's Abby Anderson who clears it out towards the sides. Abby running this one down the field. Bounce the ball as couple of divots out there now, and a sharp turn from Emily Scrace to try and pick this one up. Emily now on the attack down the field. That's a good shot forward, heading in towards the goal. Sharka Tomaskova racing back in defence, puts the stick down to make the hook. Alex Stone can't quite reach back to get that one. It's Olivia Shea who's out on Casino as Jacko sends a very strong ball cross court way into space on the Picnic side of the ground. Still Liv Shea. Back towards the centre she comes. Domitika looks to try and pick this one up. There's a backhand in there from Alex Stone. Players scrambling around the corner to get there first. Alex Stone comes in with a ride off on the outside of Liv Shea. Liv turning the ball on her right hand side nicely. Lucy Downey snatches this one up and heads into the corner of the field as Domitika pushes hard. Will she make the ride off count? Lucy pushing to get back onto this one. Almost gets a stick to the ball. Emily Scrace knocks that ball right in front of the goal. Anybody could get a stick to this one. Emily to finish it off. The flag waves, but I think we possibly had a whistle. There you go, here goes the ball. Lucy Dowie's there, open-handed backhand through the middle of the line. Alex Stone makes the pass up to Emily Scrace. Emily Scrace round the corner she goes. Domitika chasing back in defence. Alex Stone's there with a punch of the ball out towards the boards. Still Alex Stone. Shea trying to make the hook on Lucy Dowie, but Dowie heading down into the corner of the field with possession. Dowie onto the near side. Now the pick up by Olivia Shea. Interception from Alex Stone almost comes off in her favour. Emily Scrace has possession, heading in towards the post. The ball bouncing around all over the place. She's almost able to get a stick to this one. The ball now kicked out of the goalmouth's way. Domitika holds that ball in play well. Now heading down the field on her own. Domitika accelerates the pony. Bianca Stefan's heading back in defence. This is Domitika up towards the halfway line. The ponies are running absolutely flat to the boards, and look at that beautiful shot forward. Domitika chased hard by Bianca Stefan, who's leaning forward looking for the hook. Does enough to put her off a shot. In comes Tomaskova. Tomaskova gets a shot away with the ball bouncing out towards the side of the ground. It's going to be Lucy Dowie who clears this one. Trying to send a pass to Emily Scrace. Players to come together on this one. Ball bouncing up in the air, but coming to rest well inside the boards. Alex Stone. Nice play by her, and she's around the outside of everybody, but the ball just moving out of the way at the last minute there. It's past the halfway mark. It's Olivia Shea with possession. Liv turns the ball nicely back inside, dodging away from the challenge from Bianca Stefan. She's once again called to clear away. You can see how close she's getting in the marking here. Bianca now with the backhand. Picked up well by Liv Shea. There's the punch to the pass. All the forwards waiting up for this one. It's Tomaskova who picks up the ball just outside the 60-yard line. Back to Liv Shea. Another pass from her. Heading up past the 40, past the 30. Emily Scrace is there. Onto the near side she goes. It's back to Liv Shea, who's trying to run this one all the way on her own. It's Olivia Shea through the middle of everybody once again, and it's another goal for the Avenging Angel. Ready to restart. 2 minutes on the clock. In goes the ball. Emily Scrace picks this one up as it bounces in to the line out. Here comes Domitika. Domitika once again on the run down the field. It's Domi heading up to the 60-yard line. A difficult ball. It's kicked backwards though by a pony. Alex Stone turns this one around. Alex Stone with the ball. Down towards the boards she goes. Needs some support to ease up to. Plays a nice one off the boards there. Ball hops out of play. Knocks this one back into play. Still 6.5 goals to 5. Liv with a wonderful shot forward there into the middle of the pack. Domitika stretching to try and reach to the near side. Sharka Tomaskova pushed down a bit by Bianca Stefan. The ball sent back in the other direction, and here goes Lucy Dowie on Gala, and she knows this pony's quick as she opens it up towards halfway. Still Lucy Dowie with Domitika heading into the ride. She pushes hard and gets the better of her. Still Lucy Dowie onto the side she goes. Emily Scrace unable to get a stick to that one as the ball moves out to the right. But Alex Stone punches it forward again. Still Lucy Dowie, now back to Alex Stone. Stone with the ball, hooked out of that one by Shaka Thomas-Kova. Backhand from Olivia Shea. Nicely played open backhand. Lucy Dowie swings at that one on the near side, but put off a shot by Domi Tiku. Comes through with the ball nicely. Domi leaves that one for Thomas-Kova. Thomas-Kova hooked out by Stefan. Now Abby Anderson. Sends that one up for Domi Tiku, calls her back onto the ball. Lucy Dowie's there, a clattering hook to interrupt that play, but it's going to be Abby still with this one. Sends a nice pass up to Domi. Everybody trying to get to this one. The marking's so tight though in defence from the Galindo QTs, but there is the final bell. Our winners are the Avenging Angels. There's some wonderful prizes, a best playing pony, an MVP,